Imagine standing at your mother's funeral, heart shattered, soul aching, and then seeing the very sister who stole your fiancé walk in, flashing her ring with that smug smile. But what she didn't expect was who was waiting for her. What happened next? It changed everything. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you loved or craved the sweet taste of justice after heartbreak, you're in the right place. Hit like, subscribe, and buckle up. This is a story about betrayal, pain, and a revenge that feels so deserved it will give you chills. I'm Rebecca Wilson, 38 years old now, but 6 years ago I was a very different person. Back then, I had it all, or so I thought. A flourishing career in marketing, a beautiful downtown Boston apartment, and Nathan Reynolds, my charming, confident, self-made tech millionaire fiancé. Nathan was the man I was supposed to spend my life with. Our connection was electric from day one: weekend trips, intimate dinners, extravagant gifts. He wasn't just my boyfriend, he was my future. My mother, Eleanor, who was always my rock, was thrilled. She dreamed of my perfect wedding, believing Nathan was the man who'd complete my happiness. Then, there was Stephanie, my younger sister, 2 years my junior. We had a complicated relationship, childhood rivalry, constant competition, a silent war for attention and affection. She always wanted what I had: friends, successes, even my fiancé. I chose Stephanie as my maid of honor, hoping adulthood would erase our past fights. But that was the first mistake. The cracks started showing 3 months before our wedding. Nathan became distant, distracted. Texts at odd hours, late meetings, rescheduled date nights. His once adoring gaze turned cold, his compliments replaced by criticisms. Stephanie, meanwhile, was suddenly everywhere, at vendor meetings, at family dinners, constantly calling me about wedding details. I told myself she was just being helpful, but deep down, I felt a knot tightening in my stomach. Then came the day I found a sapphire earring in Nathan's car, the same earring Stephanie always wore. My heart pounded, breath caught. I confronted Nathan and Stephanie separately, but their matching stories felt rehearsed, too perfect. I was sinking fast, losing myself to paranoia and heartbreak. The woman I trusted most, my sister, and the man I loved were tearing my world apart. One night, I followed the nagging feeling and showed up unannounced at Nathan's office, lunch in hand, hoping to salvage what I could. What I saw through that door shattered me forever. Nathan and Stephanie, locked in a passionate kiss, completely unaware I was watching. Time froze. My chest ached like someone had punched me. My hands trembled. The room spun, but I stood rooted, silent witness to their betrayal. Nathan's face twisted into a practiced calm, offering the same tired excuses. Stephanie didn't even bother lying, her smug defiance screamed louder than words. The woman who once competed for scraps of my attention had taken everything, falling apart and fighting to rise. The following months were a nightmare. Cancelled wedding plans, lost friendships, family dinners that ended in bitter fights. My father's health deteriorated from the stress. My mother aged before my eyes, trying to hold us together while her own heart broke. I hit rock bottom: therapy, medication, losing clients at work, isolation. Every reminder of Boston stabbed my soul. So I made a decision. I left. Chicago became my sanctuary. I rebuilt myself from the ashes, slowly, painfully, but I grew stronger. In Chicago, I met Zachary Foster, a quiet tech investor with a past of his own. Unlike Nathan's flashy charm, Zachary's love was steady, patient, and genuine. He saw me, not my scars, not my past, but the woman I was becoming. With him, I learned trust again. 1 year later, with my parents' blessing, we married in a small, joyful ceremony. Fast forward to my mother Eleanor's funeral 6 years later, an event that should have been about mourning, peace, and closure. Stephanie and Nathan showed up, arm in arm, flashing their wedding rings. The whispers in the room grew louder. My father, frail and broken, sat beside me as Zachary held my hand. The moment our eyes met, Stephanie's face went pale. She froze. Why? Because standing next to me was not Nathan Reynolds, but Zachary Foster, my husband and my anchor. The man who had helped me heal and who represented everything Stephanie would never have: genuine love, respect, and integrity. Stephanie's smug smile vanished in an instant, replaced by disbelief and helplessness. Nathan's jaw clenched. The years of betrayal caught up with them both. I didn't have to say a word. My calm, confident presence said it all. In that charged silence, I felt the weight of years lift from my chest. The sister who stole my fiancé, who tried to destroy me, had finally met a boundary she could not cross. For the first time, I was the one holding power. Life doesn't always hand us the justice we deserve. Sometimes, it's about rising above the pain and reclaiming our own happiness. I learned that forgiveness isn't about them, it's about freeing yourself. And sometimes, the best revenge is simply living well, with dignity and love. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and share your own tales of betrayal and revenge in the comments below. What's the most satisfying comeback you've ever witnessed? And don't forget, subscribe for more stories that remind us all, no matter how deep the wound, healing and justice are possible.